What is up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. So it is content update day in Ever Crisis. Not a whole lot going on in this week. We did get a new featured banner, and then there's a couple other small things that I will touch on after I review the featured banner. And the featured banner is Cloud. So let's check this out. So Cloud here, he has got this little biker costume, the rider style. Yeah, I guess it looks pretty cool. He's got some biker jeans, or ripped up jeans, some knee pads for some reason, wearing some rings. He's got the goggles, one shoulder pad or something, the chains, this little bag over there in the back. I don't know. I think it looks like a cool fit. He's a biker. The sword looks really cool. Looks pretty happy. And yeah, ooh, 7th Heaven on the back. Hey, that's cool. So yeah, Biker Cloud. So the rider style does physical and magic ward plus 15%. It's 10 points. So typical on a lot of these costumes recently. And then he's got Frostspell Arcanum HP plus, your typical super Arcanum that we've been getting recently. So he's getting ice ability damage plus 30%, and then attack stance command gauge max ability magic ability damage plus 20%. So when the red diamond fills up, it gets an extra 20% magic ability damage, and then HP plus 15%. So yeah, these Arcanums are just freaking awesome nowadays. You're getting so much in these costumes: defense, double defense, HP, and 50% damage essentially. So yeah, these costumes kick ass. So if you're lacking on a good magic ice DPS, Cloud, he's gonna be a good one here. So let's go into the full throttle. The weapon is just called the full throttle. What was that, like a rainbow sword? It's pretty cool. So the icicle axle does 600% magic ice damage at base copy to a single enemy. Also, magic attack is increased low to mid to himself for 20 seconds. And then when hitting the target's weakness, this is kind of a new thing, magic defense is decreased low to mid. And then our abilities are boost magic attack and ice potency, typical DPS stuff. Magic attack, and circle sigil boost are the support materia slots. And yeah, at OB1 we're going up to 720%. Low to mid, 25 seconds now on the duration, 32-15. These are pretty standard R abilities. And then 940% at OB6, and now we're going mid to high on both of these. And OB10, 1120%, 30 seconds on both, and then mid to high as well at OB10, 46-39. Magic attack, circle sigil, 679 magic attack. You know, pretty standard nowadays for DPS weapons. Not amazing, but still really solid. And yeah, it's just your typical magic ice, or I mean, it's your typical DPS weapon that maxes out at 1120%. We've seen a bunch of these already. But the thing that kind of separates this one between compared to other ones is that you're getting some utility to go along with it. You're getting MATK Boost to himself, which is pretty cool. And then you're getting magic defense, you know, when the enemy, when you're attacking an enemy that's weak to ice. I mean, let's be real. Most of the time you're probably only going to use this weapon when, you know, against an enemy that's weak to ice. So I don't think this condition is that, you know, big of a bummer or anything, unless you're using Cloud specifically as like a magic defense debuffer. I mean, it's not a big deal, this condition here. So yeah, for an ice team, he's going to be perfect. So yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say here. It's a good DPS ice weapon for ATB, you know, utility, ice damage, and I mean, look at Yuffie's like little red hood. That maxed out at 1120% with a condition, and it had no utility. Now Cloud here is getting that damage with no condition at all, and then he's getting extra utility on top of it. And then mid to high is not really a big deal because it's a DPS weapon. So two casts he's going to get the high anyway, and since it's a DPS weapon, he's constantly going to be using it over and over and over. So it's going to be really hard for these buffs and debuffs to fall off of Cloud once he starts, you know, once he applies it. So yeah, I mean, this weapon here is very focused. I mean, yeah, it's toward the guild war essentially. It's a guild battle weapon, and it's just ice. So if you have a really good ice DPS already and you don't really care too much about guild war, or you want to save your crystals for something that's limited, because this is a featured banner weapon, you can always wish list this in the future. yeah, you can just do that. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save my crystals going forward. I did pull on the matte banner because that banner is fantastic. I almost feel like it is a must pull for me, the matte limited banner. I pulled on it. I got it to OB7 and the costume. I use this for a lot of the battle tower, the brutal battle tower, and it kicks so much ass, man. It's like Kamarwan with heals. It's so freaking good. So if you really want to pull on a limited banner right now, I'd say matte is almost a must pull, unless you just don't care about matte. But man, it's such a good weapon, such a good build overall. But yeah, I mean, Cloud here, he's mainly focused for Guild War, and if you really want to get the most out of this Guild War, you kind of have to pull OB6 at least on both of these. For Yuffie and Cloud, that's like if you want meta setup here, because Yuffie here is doing exploit weakness AOE. It's going to give exploit weakness to Cloud to make him even stronger, and then Cloud is actually doing like magic defense down, which is going to help Yuffie do damage with her main DPS weapon, which would be the little red hood. So yeah, these two are like a 1-2 punch for Guild War, and then you'd probably have someone like either Aerith or like Sid, I guess, for extra utility to kind of, you know, help them do more damage either through buffing and debuffing, right? So yeah, this is a very pricey Guild War if you want to do good in it. But yeah, like you said, if you don't really care about Guild War and you have a good magic ice DPS already, if you have a good Yuffie, if you have a good Zac, if you have a good Sephiroth, you know, a Sephiroth with his OB10 like Edged Wings with exploit, then I think Cloud is kind of a safe skip, because like I said, it's very focused toward guild battle, and it is a featured weapon. You could always wishlist it later. But yeah, if you do, I'd say the only reason you really want to pull on this is if you really want to do good on Guild War, like if you're like, you know, a whale or something like that, and you have the crystals to spend, or if magic ice is something that is just missing in your overall like account. Like if you don't have any kind of magic ice set up, then Cloud is a great first one to pull on. So that is my thoughts on this. Let's check the stamp card real quick. Yeah, it's still the 11 million download gear medals. Yep, and you are guaranteed at least OB4 if you pull 2 pages. Like I said, if you really want to do good for Guild War, you're probably going to at least want to get this to OB6, because you're getting the extra utility at OB6 as well as extra damage. So getting this to only like OB2 or something for Guild War, you know, I don't think it's going to be that much better than what you already have with like an Ice Sephiroth or an Ice Yuffie. So yeah, that's pretty much like my thoughts on Cloud. For me, kind of an easy skip, since like I said, I already have good ice DPSs, magic ice DPSs in particular, and I can just wish list this weapon later. I do have Cloud's half anniversary costume that does have ice potency on it, so technically that costume will go well with this weapon when I do eventually wish list it. So there is that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about Cloud. Very strong ice DPS with some cool utility added to it, and going to be good for Guild War. So yeah, are y'all going to pull on Cloud? Let me know in the comments section below. So yeah, let's get into the rest of the updates now. It's not much. We have an update to the FF6 event, so let's go check that out real quick. See if there's anything new like in the exchanges or something. New story and battles have been added. So let's check it out. Yeah, we do have more stuff in the exchange. Yeah, we have blue feather ornaments. So get your mithril ingots, get your 5-star rune materia, these guild stamps, synth catalysts, and then it's just your typical stuff. No extra weapon parts. We do get another 5-star gacha ticket, and we are getting more attacker and tank memories. So go farm that stuff. Get your gacha tickets as well. And yeah, the memories and stuff are probably like last priority, because you know, I'm like overflowing in these by now. Like yeah, if you're a seasoned player, you have so many of these memories and just nothing to spend it on. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I have 11,000. I'm gonna redeem some of this stuff right now. And let's get the gacha tickets. There we go. And since I did all that, let's go. Yeah, there are new battles, and then there's new story content as well. So go ahead and knock that out for your first clears. Get some extra crystals and whatnot. And here we go. Let's do some pulls. Have some fun. So yeah, Guild War. I did actually do a couple mocks already. Well, I only did one mock so far, and this Guild War is probably gonna suck balls. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's probably gonna be pretty rough. We got a mat here. Oh shit! Is that Nautilus? Damn, that is an awesome pull. That is like one of the few mat weapons I do not have OB10, and it's a great weapon too. So really glad I got that, especially since I did, you know, like I said, pulled on his limited kit. So yeah, that weapon's gonna go really well with his limit break weapon. So let's see here, skip a defeat, and ooh, we got another Barrett. I already have everything OB10 for Barrett, so this is not gonna help. Scutcheon, it's one of his best weapons too. So there we go. All right, what else is there going on? I think it's just Guild War, right? So, yep, Guild Battle 12. We have reached a year full of Guild War. Isn't that something? So, something that's changed here is stages 1 through 5 are already unlocked for this Guild Battle. Defeating the stage 5 boss 5 times unlocks stage 6. But the cool thing is, I think you can still mock stage 6, so there is that at least. At least there's like no surprise. So I guess, you know, from what I've mocked already, let's just go into it. Guild Battle. And I'll give you like a quick little setup that I put together. A budget setup. I'm not pulling on Cloud and Yuffie, that's like meta setup. But I already did a mock for stage 3. I did not 100% it, and that's probably not a great sign, but I think I got 80%, but that was just the first try, and this Guild Battle is kind of complicated, so once I do mock it some more, I'm probably going to get 100% on this, you know, once I just, you know, that's what mocks are for, run it over and over until you get some consistency. So what I'm thinking for this Guild War, it's either Sephiroth or Yuffie. I'm not sure what's better at the moment. Is it either Sephiroth with Edged Wings and the Exploit weapon, or is it just Yuffie with her 1128% DPS weapon without Exploit? I'm not really sure yet. I'll have to do some testing to figure that out. But yeah, this is what I'm running for Sephiroth here as main DPS. Edged Wings with Blade of Worthy, back weapons, Bahamut Fangs, Sawed Off GS, and then something like Ivy Collar, I guess, for boost attack and boost ability potency. You could probably maybe do some other options here, but I feel like this is pretty good since I'm getting 16,467 magic attack, and that's with one magic attack stat stick here only doing 3.7, but I am getting 7.3 ice potency from it. So that's my Sephiroth main DPS. Then I do something like Crimson Staff. We're doing magic attack up for Sephiroth, magic defense down, as well as having magic attack all allies in the main hand, and then Terror Rod for the ice resistance down, and then, you know, just boost magic attack and boost attack all ally weapons, and that's pretty much it. I'll change this to something else. I don't think I have enough magic attack and boost attack all ally weapons, so I just put like HP on her at the moment. And then Sid, Enfeeble weapon, and then magic attack up with ice potency up on Sephiroth. So yeah, pretty much it. And then magic attack, and then magic attack, and then I think I might have another boost attack all weapons I can replace with that. I just put it on for HP at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much my setup at the moment. Have 2 supports that are just going to do everything they can to help Sephiroth do as much damage as possible. I think whoever has the most HP is the one that gets targeted in this guild battle, so Aerith would get targeted. Sephiroth is kind of safe for the most part, at least for the lower stages. I did not test like stage 6 yet, and I'm not sure how big the AoE damage is going to be for that, so yeah, get in your Guild War mocks and you know, figure that stuff out along the way. But I will probably have a Guild War battle to go more in detail, more in depth with how these battles will operate and some strategies that you can use. So yeah, that's pretty much my Guild War setup. Like I said, your meta setup is going pulling on Yuffie and pulling on Cloud, these featured banners, but I feel like unless you just have a shit ton of crystals to use, I feel like that's not wise. And I'm speaking from like a light spender or free-to-play standpoint, because we are going to get some more limit break banners along the way. We are going to get some more limited content, and just based on how good the featured content has been recently, these limit break banners, the ones that are upcoming, are probably going to be really, really good. So I always say, unless, you know, I say it's easy to skip featured banners unless you're like really like trying to really do good in Guild War. But if you don't really care about Guild War, I feel like feature banners pretty easily skippable unless they fill a specific hole in your account when it comes to like an element or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the content this week. It was just the Kefka event, and then the Kefka FF6 event, and then this Guild War along with the new Cloud banner. So yeah, that is pretty much all I got for this Ever Crisis video. If y'all enjoy my Ever Crisis content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.